Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth. We're headed towards the Commonwealth cabin. Have a crazy day of sales, but I haven't been taken down, but I've had items banned on one site. Actually, I've had items banned on two sites lately. And I want to talk about those and talk about the differences. You really have to know what it is you can list and what it is you can't list. And sometimes they take them down and sometimes they shouldn't. And this time I got an item banned off of one particular selling site that they had no business banning whatsoever. I want to talk about that today. Have a ton of sales. Let's go take a look. We're going to talk about that item that got banned on one site and it's sold on another site. It's going to be our sixth item we pull today, but I've got 47 things that I could ship out of here today for over $2,000. We're just going to do half of that though, because I have 2 days shipping. And I think it's in the other bin right here. Speaking of items that have been banned, some of you may remember the Harley item that started the drama for me in my eBay store last, when was it? July, August, I don't know, June, something like that. Where is this? There it is, way back there. So I sold, I'm propping this up with my head here. I didn't want to take it down. So I sold a Harley, well, it was a regular jacket, but it had a Harley patch on it, along with a ton of other patches. And I sold it, and I said Harley patch on there, and I got suspended for it. Gotta be careful about their rules, even when you think you're doing the right thing. And got a lot of heat for that, but hey, it is what it is. Harley leather men's hat right here. And I picked this one up and I had to go look because it doesn't have any tags or anything in it. And it's like, I don't know, did somebody put this on there? I don't know what to do. But then, you know, the bill is kind of embossed. I'm like, well, they're not gonna do that. So this has gotta be legit, right? So I listed it and it sold pretty quickly, $39.95 plus shipping. Gotta head back out to the other shed for this one because it's glass and we're putting a little bit of the glass in here to keep it from traveling so far. But you know, with AI, things are getting a little crazy these days, and sometimes they take stuff down that probably shouldn't get taken down. It's over there, but I gotta go back here and grab a little plastic bin in order to take them out. I think there's one right here, so I can put them all in one place. This one should do the trick. And I've sold a little bit of glass lately. I've been listing a little bit. I have a whole shed full of it. I got on a huge buyout. Just happened to come across a yard sale a little ways away from here and turned out to be a huge buyout over time. This is acro agate, which you don't see in tea sets very often, but this is a little kid's tea set. And I bought it a long time ago and never listed it. But I finally got it listed and it sold pretty quick. And I don't remember what it sold for, so I'll have to go back to the other shed and show you what it sold for. All right, it sold for $34.95 plus shipping. I can't even remember how much I paid for this. I want to say I paid $15, so it's not a huge profit. But if you can find this stuff, this agate, in like ashtrays, there's really good money in it. Matter of fact, I picked one up the other day, and they're just kind of cool. So I figured I couldn't leave it behind, and we're gonna make a little bit of money. On a side note, before we get to the topic and we start pulling more orders, this one was a repeat buyer. So thank you to Bill. I'm assuming that you are a repeat buyer because you're a viewer of the show. However, I used to sell, I had a huge haul of these acro agate things years and years ago. And I sold hundreds of them. Not these, but ashtrays and toothpick holders and stuff like that. And so there's a chance, if there's a collector out there, that this is a repeat buyer because I used to sell this stuff. Which just reminded me to look to see how many viewer sales today. And I saw no comments. This is crazy to me. It's kind of vindication in some ways. I don't know. I still take it a little personally when they say you can't sell anything because you only have viewer sales, which just isn't true. But not one viewer note today out of 25-ish things, something like that. I think we did have some sales on Dibdit that were viewers. But, you know, just thought I'd mention that really quick. And there are some repeat buyers in here, and so if you bought something and you see that, just know that I thank you. I appreciate that. There are viewer sales, I have no doubt. It's just nobody left a message, and that hasn't happened in a long time. And of course, I really do appreciate the viewer sales, don't get me wrong, but I think this is the right one. Nope, this isn't it. This is not a gunned. I'm looking for a gunned Winnie the Pooh. And I was clearly looking in the wrong place because it wasn't in there. So I looked up here and I found it. This is it right here. Gund is always a good brand, especially if you find the rubber faces. But this cool little Winnie the Pooh sold for $16. You see Gund on it right there. Actually, you're going to see it on the back, I believe. No, yeah, there it is right there. Sewn in Haiti, Gund Manufacturing. And that one sold for $16 plus shipping. And I've always wondered why there are some sites, I forgot to pick up these hats. There are some sites that take items down as you list them because it's not in the policy. And then there are some sites like eBay, and this rarely happens. Man, I've created an obstacle course for myself, where they wait, and I really hate the fact that they wait and then they give you punitive action. I'd rather them just take it down from the get-go, even if they're wrong. But that's a double-edged sword too. Sold some wrestling figures. It was from the same buyout. I paid $220 for it. That we got that hat. So with these and that, I think we're up to $170 of our $220. Actually, we sold some stuff on Whatnot, so we're already in a profit on that huge buyout. These are 1990 Galoob wrestling figures, WCW. They're, you know, poor imitation of the LGNs. Sorry, I was a WWF guy, but still, this is cool. Sid Vicious is in there, and Ric Flair, and right. That lot right there wasn't really worth selling on their own, so I put them all together and got $30 plus shipping. All right, let's do one more real quick and then get to our topic. I picked this one up from a lovely lady on the way home from Peaches to Beaches. And I paid $15 for it because I'm like, yeah, I'm for sure this will get $45, but then apparently this color does a little bit better. And we got $59.95 plus shipping. So that was a nice little pickup. We appreciate her very much. And that one's headed out the door. $59.95 plus shipping. Before I pull the item in question that was banned off of one site, it was actually banned off of two. One of them was Bonanza. And that doesn't surprise me at all. Bonanza, which a lot of you don't use, which that's fine. It's not the biggest deal in the world, right? I don't make a ton of sales, but I did make a big one the other day. But that site bans all kinds of stuff. It's like item removed, item removed. And I look at them, I'm like, why? Why are they removed? And some of them, you know, I get it. You know, I get why they're doing it. I don't agree with it, but Redskin stuff or whatever, they're just taking all kinds of things off like crazy. It's always been like that. It's slowed down a little bit lately. But Mercari for some folks used to be the go-to, right? If you don't think you can sell it on eBay, you sell it on Mercari. The what is it? The Beachbody stuff, all those DVDs and all that stuff. People go over there and sell it on Mercari, and they're able to sell that stuff. I think maybe OtterBox and all that stuff you're not supposed to sell on eBay, which I think is illegitimate, but that's for another day. This one was caught up by AI. You know, AI has its faults for sure. And eBay has been taking things down that I don't think they should take down. They haven't been doing it to me lately, but I've heard a lot of folks out there saying that. Some of them I get, they're legitimate, but some of them you can tell AI has kind of screwed something up a little bit. But this one got taken down. There's no way it should got taken down. Or maybe I should say, so I thought. You know, because I'm looking at this thing, and we listed it over there. I didn't think anything of it. I'm thinking Zippo, because I don't think they allow lighters over there, right? And they do on eBay. But then came up with this here, Zippo money clip knife. So I believe Mercari doesn't let you sell knives as well. So, but this is a Zippo branded, which is why I thought they took it down. But I think they took it down because there's a little knife in there, and it's really not even a knife, I don't think. Hold on a minute. All right, I take it back. I knew it had a nail file in there, but it also has a knife with a little sharp edge on that side. So now there are certain things you can't list in certain places, and apparently this is one of them. I think it's utterly ridiculous that you can't list something like this at all, even a lighter for that matter. But, you know, some sites are different. eBay lets you list this stuff all day long. They let you list lighters, knives, whatever the heck it is, and so there's a big plus for them. But like I said, Bonanza is absolutely insane of the stuff, the amount of stuff they just take down. It's like if there's any doubt whatsoever, I don't think they have very little customer service over there, and they just take stuff down like crazy. So it's been a little bit nuts lately. I think there's been 4 things in the last couple of days. One of them was totally my mistake. I didn't even quite realize it. It was a hat that had a little patch on the side, NYPD, and eBay doesn't like it listing law enforcement stuff over there. That's why you got to be careful with badges and things like that. I kind of get it. One of them was a fire department hat, and I'm like, that's crazy. So, you know, you got to know which site you can list certain things. And I love the fact, though, I will say this. Here's the message from Mercari. Hi, Commonwealth Picker. Thanks for being part of the Mercari community. We're committed to keeping our marketplace safe, so we've created the prohibited items policy to help guide users. It looks like you may have listed an item containing a knife that can be used as a weapon, which is against our prohibited items policy, which is, you know, I don't know. This isn't what the video is about, but that's just ridiculous. There are, I don't know. I guess when you have these policies, you got to draw a clear line. But I think it's even crazy you can't list a knife over there. But, you know, you can give me your opinion if you want to down below. Tell me the items you've had banned off of different sites that you're selling on other sites. I'm curious to know those, and maybe we can all learn the things, the ins and outs of what you can list and what you can't list on different places. Just my opinion, but this paddle here is probably as much as of a weapon as that little tiny knife over there. Camaro, we have 28 of these left. It was the biggest number quantity we bought at that sale. We paid like $1 a piece, selling for $14.95. They are free shipping, so not huge profits, but definitely worth it as a multi-quantity listing. You may remember that eBay took down some matches of mine. They said they were no strike match, or what is it? Is that what they call them? No strike matches? They weren't. They were advertised right there on the box as they were the safety matches, and they took those down. Later, they did say that that was not correct, and I could relist them if I wanted to. Speaking of multi-quantity listings here, I made a mistake the other day. When I do my sales, after they've been on the site for like 250 days, I just put everything on 30% off. And I take out multi-quantity items. Well, I forgot to take out this one, multi-quantity, unfortunately. I had to go back in later and do it. But 2 people bought it while it was on 30% off. So they only sold for $7 each. But we're still making money on them, even at that price. Now, I went through all that and said there were no viewer messages, and there are no viewer messages, but this one I have no doubt is still a viewer because it's one of these guys right here. So, as you know, we've run out of these, so we're barely putting them out, just one every couple of weeks because we're digging into our little supply of decorations at this point. So we've slowed that way down. And Christine grabbed one of these to probably get her eBay store moving. So Christine, we have no doubt, I have no doubt that you are a viewer. We do appreciate the purchase, and we hope it gets things moving for you. It sure seems like the world has changed a little bit in the eBay world. You used to be able to get away with certain things. And that gets into another topic, you know, items that are fake versus imitations, and I know that seems like they're the same, but they're not. I think we moved all this stuff around. Club head covers are now in this bin right here, and I sold one of these. This got caught up in the 30% off sale. It might take me a minute to find it though. There, I think I found it right there. This Odyssey Works blue putter head cover, blade head cover, and this has been in the store for over 250 days, so it went on 30% off. And we only got like $10 for it, I think. Is that what we sold it for? I think that's right. Sold for $10.46. So here's what I mean. And this is, I'm saying this because I got quite a bit of criticism the other day. Some of it just vulgar and awful that I had to delete off of the Commonwealth Picker channel because we were picking at a place that had some legit fakes there. They had Nike fakes there. They're like, if they had fakes there, I mean, this stuff was old. This stuff was faked 40 years ago. Well, maybe 30 years ago. But just because it's an old fake doesn't mean it's not a fake. There are collectors of that stuff, but that's not the kind of stuff I'd sell on eBay. And I just made the point that just because there are fakes around in vintage stuff doesn't mean that everything is fake. And then they pointed out a few things, and I said, those aren't fake, those are imitations. There's a very, very big difference. If somebody creates something and puts Nike on it and the logo and the Jordan thing and it's fake and it's not on Nike branded stuff, that's a fake. But if they're making a shirt to look like something else, it was the Agassi shirt was one of them. If you know those Nike Agassi shirts go for big bucks. And this one was made to look like that, but it had a different logo. It wasn't anything on it that was copyrighted or anything like that. It was just a style of shirt. And that's not illegal to sell. They're hard to sell because you can't use the brand name that people search up. But it's not illegal, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just when I was about ready to give eBay a little bit of praise, I totally forgot that I got this yesterday. This is probably what prompted me to talk about this today, and then I only remembered the Mercari deal and the Bonanza stuff. I had a listing removed. I bought a conch shell when I was down at the Peaches to Beaches sale. And it was listed, already had a watcher. It was a nice one. It was going to sell for around 25 bucks. And this item, this listing has been removed for a policy violation. And maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I don't know something here, but I looked up conch shell and there are thousands of listings. There are tons of sold. Maybe it is against policy. It's just a shell, right? and it got removed for, let's see, what does it say? We had to remove your listing because it didn't follow our animal products policy. Products from endangered or protected species are not allowed. So maybe there's a particular kind of conch. I don't know. I don't understand it. You know, if they take the item down, that's fine. I still, and this is the big question that everybody doesn't ever get the answer to, why are there so many conch shells out there? Why are there so many listings? If it's AI picking it up, how are they not picking those up? If it's some person doing it, maybe somebody reported me. I don't really know, and I don't understand. But if you've ever sold conch shells before, is there something I should know about conch shells? And if they're illegal or not, I don't know. Maybe it's a particular type of conch shell. I'll have to look into that. But it got taken down, so now what do? Do they let you sell those on Mercari? Could I sell it on whatnot? I don't know. Now I've got myself asking why. So I looked it up. It's a pink queen conch shell. So then I looked it up on eBay to see how many were listed. There are 73 listed and 116 sold, which means the sell-through rate is really, really good on those, which means that it might, as crazy as it sounds, it might be something that it's that particular conch shell. I know there's still a bunch listed, still a bunch sold, but it might be that particular shell that's not allowed. I don't know. Let me know if you know. Sold a couple of these. We only sold a couple at full price before they got to the place where they were on 30% off. But we only paid, I think, $2.50 a piece for these. These are rescuers ornaments, and so now they're down 30%. They're going for $14, $13.96, and we're still making money on them, which is cool. But I usually like, if you buy a big lot of things like this, you know, it's multi-quantity, but I decided to let these go on 30% off because they just weren't selling very quickly. So, I don't know, we'll take it. Super easy. I pulled two out because I think one sold a little later that we'd ship out tomorrow, but I'm just going to ship them both out. Before I came in here, I was sitting outside listing a bunch of stuff on eBay, and it was cold and windy and overcast, and I came in here and the sun's coming out and it looks great out there. I wish I would have switched them. You know, when we go to the beach, I gotta find the right, oh, you know what? I moved this, no wonder. Let's see if I can find it. Do we put them at the bottom of this? No, I moved a bunch of the golf stuff back here with the cameras. And I kind of regret it now, huh? Well, I was digging through here to find it. Turner and Wallen came in to steal my Sharpies. They got an art project going on up there. Halo XL450. This is a rangefinder for the golf course. Came from the Lost and Found sale. $23.70 plus shipping. Turner just came back and told me dinner's ready, so that's a good thing. I guess we'll find one more sale and go up and eat some dinner. So, man, why do I keep struggling on this? It's always down here, not with the rest of the cosmetics. Here's another one. I got a message from a lady the other day who said she just started selling, or a friend of hers just started selling on eBay, and they kicked her off immediately because she couldn't show the receipts. It was Mary Kay, and I've heard this a ton of times. I've never, ever had an issue with Mary Kay, but I know a ton of people have because, you know, they contract out to these people that sell it for them and all that. I have not had a problem with cosmetics that I can remember, but, you know, is that happening more and more lately? Asking for receipts on eBay? Holy moly. I think that is a danger. Of course, that's an Amazon thing. And these little ELF, they're probably not elf, that's just what it looks like, right? Lipsticks are going for $17 plus shipping. We're selling them like crazy. And again, just my opinion, I think that Mary Kay is one of the serial abusers at times of using the rules that are in place to their advantage when I don't think it's entirely lawful. But I'm not an expert on it, but I have heard that many, many, many times. And of course, you know, you don't want to sell expired cosmetics and stuff like that as well. But that's something I'm hearing a lot lately. Not just Mary Kay, but just items in general. It seems like there was a lull for a while, and now it's kind of sped up again. Maybe I'm crazy. I just kind of anecdotally look through the messages and the videos I'm watching, and it seems like they're picking that up a little bit. Check it out. That's awesome, buddy. When you come in here later, I want you to bring it, okay? All right. That was a great dinner, but Wallen says, I want some of the steak you had, huh? But you're not getting any. You get a treat, though. Back to the camera bin one more time. I should have left it out here. I didn't know. I said another one. This is a Kodak Brownie. Ugh. It's going to be a pain, but I'll get it. And I usually don't pick these up, but this had the box and it had the flash, and I'm like, yeah, we'll get 25 bucks for it. And we almost did. $23.70. It is a repeat buyer, Kevin. Thank you. Appreciate that. And I'm assuming, I don't know if I sent, you know what, I probably sent an offer. So let's head it out of here. Like I said, brownies usually don't, they look cool. They don't go for big bucks. Speaking of looking cool, there is an Alice Cooper record. This came from the Mojo Dojo sale. We decided to sell the records over here. Everything else we put on whatnot. And this one right here is pretty cool. It's got a few little issues in it. We put our records on auction. I'm no record expert, and viewers usually buy them, and this one didn't get bought by a viewer, but I like giving people good deals on records because they collect them like I do, not to play them really, but to display them. And that one sold for $10.50 plus shipping. So we ship them in these right here and use a few little supplies. We keep our supplies for those over there. All right, Wallen won't let Reagan hold the clipboard.
He wants love.
So I'm going to read them, and she can give her tagline at the end. So we had a bunch of folks go over to Dibdit the other day, dibdit.com, and when we did that big auction, some folks went in there and bought some stickers. So Chris got a giant Animan sticker, Commonwealth Picker sticker, Warren got a giant Animan sticker, Resell to Ride, thank you, by the way, she was over there selling. Got the shoe charms, so thank you for that. And Gigi's Collectibles got a Trash to Cash sticker. So
bye, and don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
Looking at these sales, to have such a high sales number, it looks like all of the high dollar sales are going out tomorrow. A bunch of smaller stuff today, but we did have a couple of good ones. And I pulled this one out earlier when I was in there. So it's a Punisher hat. And this one sold for $13.20, and it was on 30% off right there. So it's been around a while. All right, Turner's coming in for his joke, but I picked up a shirt while I was inside. And check out what his art project was. He turned a wiffle ball bat into a pencil. That's why you needed the green and the silver and the red. I love that, buddy. Sold another Nike dry fit shirt, brand new. And this one sold for $17.95 plus shipping, size medium.
Let me take my hood down.
So Turner had, he's getting his hair straight. Turner has a knock-knock joke for us today. What do you got?
Knock, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Broken pencil.
Broken pencil who?
Never mind, it's pointless.
Never mind, it's pointless. That's pointless too. Thank you, buddy.
Bye.
I think a well-sharpened pencil might be as dangerous as that little Zippo file thing. Money clip. Back to this one. We sold another, like I said, low price stuff today. So I looked at it. We've made 2 more sales since we started this video today. This is the Nitro one. And this one didn't go on clearance because I actually did remove it. And this one sold for $10.50. Free shipping on this one, but like I said, it's all pure profit. But tomorrow is shaping up to be a good day. We've got a couple more sales. Might have a couple more today before the night comes. And looks like some high dollar stuff. So the next video should be full of some awesome stuff. Not that this isn't awesome stuff. I love this kind of stuff right here. And man, so far it's shaping up to be an easy shipping day, but we still got a few more left. And another easy shipper right here. This one is, normally we keep the t-shirts inside. We hang them up, but sometimes when they're doubles, we put them in a bag. And that's what we did right here. Or sometimes kid sizes and odd shirts. A couple of Dale Jr. shirts. And you don't find too many Dale Jr. single stitch, and these aren't either. But we did find a few. And Dale Jr. doesn't sell all that good, but we got for 2 of them, $20.69 plus shipping. Back once again to the Mustang pins. I forgot to close that drawer earlier. See if I can guess right this time. Nope. We moved them since last time. You know what? They're up here. There they are. That's where they are. 1, 2, 3 Mustang pins. Headed out of here. I think we have 2 sets left. And they are selling for $10 plus shipping. It's your profit at this point. Looking at tomorrow's sales, the first 4 things that sold tomorrow is actually going out for more money than all of these things combined, which is mind-blowing. But you know what? It all adds up. It doesn't matter where you get it from as long as you get it over time. And this one, I just love selling these because it's been years. I mean, if you've been watching this show for a while, and there's always new folks, we bought all of these for $2 a piece, and they were Liberty University shirts, and they would go all the way across at one point. So we've sold all the way down to here, actually right here. With these, we're looking at a bunch of small sizes and women's ones left. And we've reduced the price to get them out of here. This one, I think, is $11, I'm pretty sure. So we're not making a ton of money, but like I said, we bought them for $2. That's not right. We bought them off. There you go. See, $2. And in case you're wondering, yes, we do take those stickers off. Lately, we've been selling more of those on Mercari. I don't think this one was. I wrote on my list, but yeah, this one's on eBay. But we've been selling that stuff for some reason on Mercari, which is cool. And we've sold some stuff on Dibdit lately as well. We did an auction over there for consoles. Thank y'all for joining us that day. I didn't announce it on this channel, but we sold right at about $1,000 worth of consoles. And I might get back on there and sell the rest of them off. Not the rest of them. We've already set some aside that we're going to list on eBay. We're at the point now, we're not overwhelmed with the consoles. We're going to start to process them as they come in and test them and make a little higher dollar on those things. And that kind of leads me to what I want to talk about tomorrow, which, well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag just yet, because tomorrow's video is something I've been thinking about for a long time. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who went over to Dibdit, who comes over to Whatnot all the time. We're doing the weekly auctions over there, and those shows are getting better and better as we're able to source more and more, because the system is flowing. So come on over and join us for giving stuff away as well. And it's been a really, really good time lately. I'm so pleased with where we're at right now. We're able to ramp up both sides of this business, and my wife's been helping me a lot, and I gotta go upstairs and beg for her to come down and help me right here. So thank y'all for joining us as always. Hope your sales are going well. Don't forget, I haven't been able to do this, but now we're at the point where yard sales are popping up for most of us out there. Unless you live in the South, they've been going on for a while. So let me know in the comments below what's the best thing you found the last time you went out to yard sales, or if you're a thrifter, the last time you went thrifting. Thank y'all again for joining us, and I can't wait to see you next